So what do we look for stocks that we're going to hold for a long period of time? When I thought about retirement stocks, I always limited my mind to thinking they were really slow growth and they weren't necessarily the most fun stocks to hold, until I realized there's one trait that I really look for in stocks that I'm going to hold long term that I can also apply to stocks that I want to hold short term. So I'm going to go over my 3 favorite stocks, large growth stocks that I see a ton of potential with in the next year, 2 years, and that I might even hold all the way to retirement. I most likely will. So I'm going to go over all those. Coming up next, I'm going to show you the traits that I look for, what I really like about these companies, each individually, but they all have one common trait. So in 2020, as we know, so many people got into trading. There was the app called Robinhood that I think everybody is familiar with by now, and it made investing look fun and made investing look easy.
Come on, man. That's too easy.
The first time I opened up the Robinhood app, I was very impressed. Like I said, it makes investing look easy. I thought stock investing was for people on Wall Street in suits and ties, but it made you realize you can do all this just from your phone. But the downside to Robinhood is the problem that it makes it look easy. Some people started to even treat Robinhood like almost an online casino, and it was hard not to. I mean, like I said, the user interface is second to none. I mean, it's seriously the best, but there are a lot of downsides to it, especially what we're going through right now. The fact of the matter was, in 2020, the market was hot. I mean, it was green day after green day after green day.
I hope you had the time of your life.
That was great. It was awesome. But also, remember, a lot of new people got into trading and thought they would expect to see these green days time and time again. Towards the end of 2020, we definitely saw that the green days came a lot less often and there was a lot more red days. So you kind of came back to reality level, and those green days that you did have, they weren't as necessarily profitable as the green days that we were used to seeing. The green days that would go up to 5 to 10%, then we're only going up about 1%. It just wasn't the same. But got to keep in mind, a lot of new investors, this is just part of the market. The market's not going to stay hot forever, and it's healthy to have pullbacks and for the market not to continue just going straight up and extremely hot. It just simply cannot continue to do that. But a lot of people were saying, oh no, trading's dead, because we had so many new traders coming in thinking that trading and stocks were dead. No, this is completely normal. So there's just absolutely no need to panic. So without further ado, we're going to get into my 3 favorite stocks that I think you can buy right now. And even when the market is a little rocky and things aren't going the best they could be, they're not going like it was in 2020, in March 2020, down through the end of the year. But I think these stocks, if you grab right now, you're going to be pretty happy.
Why do I want this?
Yeah.
Because I want to make bank, bro. I want to drive a Range Rover.
But anyways, we got to get into it. My 3 top favorite stocks right now that I think you can buy during a time like this where the market is a little uncertain. It's not going like it was in 2020. And I really like these companies. And the number one we're going to start off with, in no particular order, is Amazon. Amazon has completely taken over. They've started to get into different niches. I mean, they started just selling books online, then got into selling even more products online, and they started, Amazon FBA. They just took over all these different sides of the market. They had such demand that they opened up Amazon Flex app to where me and you can go out and deliver for Amazon. They just are continuing to evolve and grow as a company, and they're making it very difficult for other companies. They've gotten to the point where they have so much money and power that they get into these niches and they just pretty much push everyone below them, and they just are kind of a monopoly. What I like about Amazon and what I like about all the stocks I'm talking about is they continue to keep the pedal to the metal. They don't stop. As soon as they get a bunch of growth, they just continue to keep on going. Over the past 5 years, Amazon has grown 441% at the time of this video. So, I mean, like I said, they continued to grow and they got a lot of success, and they didn't stop. They continued, they continued, and they still continue today, expanding into different niches, into different areas, and they're doing very well at it. So I don't see Amazon stopping anytime soon. Neither do I our number 2 stock, which is going to be Apple. Apple is the largest stock in the S&P 500, and as we all know, Apple's a powerhouse, and I don't see anything changing that. Apple has had, at the time of this video, a 364% increase in stock price over the past 5 years, and they've recently started to dabble into the EV, the electrical vehicle space, which we all know has been booming. This has been something that has started to get a lot of attention and a big focus on markets in the US as well as internationally. As we all know, Tesla has started to really lead that. They're the lead dogs right now, but Apple's starting to dabble in, and we know how powerful Apple can be and how they can start to develop a lot more and bring a lot more to the table. So I'm excited to see where they go with the EV space. Apple is valued at $2.25 trillion. So the valuation is extreme. I mean, it's a crazy number. And I mean, we all have cell phones, and I mean, come on, Apple or Android, bro. Yes, at number 3, we got Microsoft, that has grown at the time of this video 364% over the past 5 years. Did you know that Microsoft holds over 10,000 patents? I saw that fact and it absolutely blew my mind. So again, they carry the momentum of the first 2 stocks. They continue to grow, they continue to try out new things, and they don't get complacent. Microsoft also has great financials, so this company is going to be around a long time, and it's not going anywhere. Again, they're innovative. One thing that I found, I'm going to read it off my phone, a really cool fact about Microsoft. So Microsoft, this is about their unusual interviewing techniques. I think this is super interesting. So Microsoft wants to recruit the best staff possible, and the interviewing stage is an important part of their recruiting process. Microsoft has a different approach. They have a preference for offbeat questions that require candidates to think innovatively about the response. Microsoft tries to include questions and tasks that show personalities and skills of their prospective employees, rather than simply asking basic questions that a candidate could practice and answer in advance. According to some sources, one of the best questions they ask during an interview is, why is a manhole cover round? I just think that's really cool. I don't know, it's just me, but I think it's cool that they don't just interview and you can't prepare for their interviews. They really keep you on your feet. So they're definitely probably hiring pretty good employees and people that aren't just rehearsing and then can come into the job and be something that they're not, because in the interview they showed that they were something that they were just practicing to be. I think that's really cool, and as I mentioned, with all 3 of these companies, all of them are doing things like this. They're constantly changing. They're constantly trying new things. That way they can have the absolute best systems to then in turn get the best results. And that's a company whose stock I want to own. So again, guys, I am not a financial advisor by any means, but these are 3 stocks that I personally am very, very confident with going forward. I'm going to have them in my short and long-term portfolios because they're just consistent. They're continuing to keep that pedal in the middle, and they're continuing to grow and try out new things and do some amazing things. So I'm very excited to see what all 3 of these companies have in store for the future, both short-term and long. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, leave a comment down below, and let me know your top 3 favorite stocks right now. Until next time, guys, peace.